Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I wanted to make a third video, my third car video. It is about the BMW i3. So I know you guys have saw my previous video about the M5, and so now I have a little electronic car, which might be striking for an M5 owner. Oh, sorry guys, this is Matt Lopez,
Hi
the
there.
Matt Lopez. Check out his channel. His channel will be easy to find because I'll have it in the description down below.
Click that link.
Yeah, so I understand you had a question about it.
Yeah, I want to know, why did you buy the i3?
So the i3 is a very odd, quirky car. As you can see, it looks like a toaster. But my commute to work is about 11 miles.
Okay.
I didn't like getting gas. I know 11 miles sounds kind of bitchy, like, oh, why do you want to get gas? Why do you want to stop getting gas? It's just that I like to streamline my life, and I wanted to cut costs. I actually bought that car used. Believe it or not, that's a $51,000 car new. And I can show you guys, I actually have the original sticker. The dealership gave me the original sticker, or they actually left it in the glove compartment. And it was $51,000, $200. Because I'm too poor right now, I paid, I think, $19,000 for it.
That's a steal.
So that's quite the
Yeah.
the price drop off there. But the price of the car was low. Cost of ownership is low.
Yeah.
Obviously, fuel is optional. So I don't know if you know, that one has this thing called a range extender.
Yeah, a little bit, but you can dive in it.
So it's driven by a huge battery, actually medium-sized battery, and then it has a gas motor. Yes, a gas motor that will generate power for the batteries.
Okay.
So the gas motor will never drive the wheels, but it's more of a backup plan.
I see.
So the backup plan motor will give you an additional 60 miles,
Okay.
but the main battery will give you about 80. So
So does that kick in? Does that gas kick in if like the electric, like you're on the road and you run out of power?
yep.
Okay.
Actually, BMW's default is when you're at 6%, it'll kick in the generator.
Okay.
So if you're putting along, like, I don't know, Texas, you're from Texas.
Yes.
Driving
Texas.
between some of
Okay.
those cities
Don't remind
where there's
me.
nothing there, that could really, really help.
Yeah. When it comes to, I'm trying to think of the battery life. What's your typical battery life? Like, what's the range on one of those? Like, how far can you go?
Just on batteries,
Just
let's say no
just
gas.
batteries. No gas. Like, how far
I
can
believe
you go?
80 miles,
Okay.
but then again, that's if you drive like really well.
Yeah.
Like if you drive you don't accelerate quickly,
Okay.
and if you drive like under 60 miles per hour. Also, where I live and also where you live too, there's a lot of hills.
Yeah.
Hills kill electronic
Yeah.
battery cars, EV cars.
Okay. Do
there's-
they have charging ports?
Yeah.
Like stations?
There's a lot. Like where I work, they don't. Actually, they're building one. There's
Okay.
gonna be 16.
There we go.
But what I do like about driving an EV car is, unlike a normal fuel car, is there's a new community. There's like a network of people. There's an application that a lot of people use. It's called PlugShare, and it allows you to use your location.
I know where this is going. I know where this is going.
It
Continue.
allows you to use your location
Continue. I know where this
based
is
off
going.
of your GPS and where to find free locations to charge your car, paid, or just if you need to charge any car, whether you drive a Tesla, Toyota, BMW,
That's pretty awesome.
Nissan. But the cool thing about it is, back to the community, is, I've been to a gas station thousands of times. I'm old now. I've been driving since I was 16.
Yeah.
So if I were to think of how many times they've gone up to me and asked me about my car since I was 16, probably about 5 times.
Yeah.
At an EV charging station, walk up, people say, "Hey man, how's it going? How do you like your car?"
Yeah.
So I think I like the community aspect of that.
Well, yeah, I think just from somebody that has never owned an electronic car and someone that can't wait until more electronic trucks are available, because that's what I'm waiting for, is that
Yeah.
new breed of the big SUV truck.
Yeah.
That's why the Tesla X is on my radar,
Yeah.
because it's like the mid-size
SUV, yeah.
SUV. But I'm holding out till whether Tesla, BMW, Chevy, whichever one they do, I'm waiting for them to bring out the big truck.
I think Dodge is next.
You think?
If I remember correctly, at some show some show this year, they had a battery assisted truck,
Okay.
and they didn't call it a hybrid for whatever reason, but they had a battery assist. So I don't know.
That'll get my attention.
Yeah. If any of you guys know, please let us know in the comments if
Yeah.
I am anywhere near that. correction.
Yeah, if you can find an article or video of upcoming trucks or SUV, full SUVs, let us know, because that's my next purchase for a vehicle.
Or
because
it's just, you're in California, right?
Yeah.
You need to. I know you're from Texas. Or you're like, I can't let go of the SUV stuff.
No, I need a big. I need
Yeah.
big. Bigger go home. That's what Texas is. But no, I think I can understand the community behind it, because there's a deeper meaning when you buy an electronic car, because it's such a necessity to have, one, traveling, two, that's our only option is to travel. If you want to travel when you want to, where you want to, you have to use gas cars.
Yeah.
But now there's a new option. So I think more people are looking into the effects of what gas and the prices of gas and the oil industry and all of this has an effect on our economy and our ecosystem. And more smart people like Jason and I are like, you know what, maybe it's time to switch to electric, which it's the smart thing to do. I mean, we get natural electricity from the sun. So why can't we use that resource and cut costs for people that it's like, I need to cut $500 out of my monthly, I need to make $500, where do I get it from not paying gas? So
the car I had before this one was a BMW convertible into this i3. So this did save me hundreds per month. On top of that, it saved me minutes per week, because to me, I like being efficient, whether it's either 5 seconds a day or 10 minutes a day. And if that all adds up into 30 minutes a week,
now
I love it.
Now I'm going to ask you two important questions. And I know your viewers are definitely going to appreciate the answers that you give them.
All right.
So I'm going to lead off with the first question. You're going to know what the second question is.
Okay.
The first question is, what's the most important thing this car has added to your life? Like what's, like, yeah, it has all these other things it's doing, but what's the one that you're like, oh my God, I'm so glad I have this car because of this?
That's actually a really good question. And it's not financial. It's not the aesthetics. It's the point of view. Is, to me, I like looking at motoring in a different angle now. I've never thought about commuting, in an EV car. Also, it changes your state of mind as far as how you travel. I've never been a pilot, but you kind of think like a pilot now, because I only have 150 miles of good range.
Yeah.
So if I drive to Orange County and back,
I
really got to figure out, well, if I go to Orange County and back, I can't make a side trip or something like that. So no, there's no hypermiling in this car. Hypermiling is when you like squeeze, long distances out of a hybrid or electric car. So this is not the car for it.
Okay.
But to really answer your question quickly is the different mindset of driving a car. I've been driving a car for 20-something years now.
Yeah, and you've never really had that issue because you can get a full tank and you can go 300 plus, 400 plus miles.
Correct.
Yeah.
Call it an issue, but I call it the future. EV stations are popping up everywhere. Like I said, my work is adding 16.
Well, that was a big thing with Tesla. People were like, oh, well, that's great, but what if I want to go all the way up to Oakland? How am I going to get back if I can't have a charge? Yeah, you got to plan it.
Yeah.
And the thing is because it's becoming more popular, more people are investing. Like, now is the time, if you want to land grab and invest in your own charging station out in the middle of nowhere, you can do that.
Yeah.
You don't need to go get oil. You can just find a way to pump power to people's cars. And so
on top of that, let's say you're in between. I don't know about the geographic layout of Texas. No. So what are two cities that are really far apart in Texas?
You can do Austin and Houston. They're all far apart. They're anywhere from 3-hour drives.
Okay, so between Austin and Houston.
Yeah.
What if someone opened up a gigantic coffee shop that was ran by the sun?
Yep. And
had charging stations, $4 an hour.
Yep.
Wouldn't people want to stop there for a very long time?
Yeah, but so for the viewers, they our mindset has to think of it's the long game, right? Because they're popular for us because we're in the ecosystem of where that's a popular thing to talk about. But coming from Texas, these things are far-fetched.
Yeah.
Like an electric car? What? That's what people would say in Houston. They'd be like, "Are you kidding me?" There are a few people that are hip to the electric car game, the healthy game. And just being, using and treating your body right. But I know lots of people, high school friends, family members, that it just blows their mind that we have this type of technology. Yeah. So that was a good answer. Now, the second answer is, because we got to keep it true. We want, I know Jason, as authentic he wants to be, is this answer here. What's the worst thing you hate about this car? Like the one thing you're like, oh man, I wish they could have just done better here, or
honestly,
it's a pet peeve or something.
The range.
Okay.
That car is crazy, stupid expensive. Sticker price, $50,000 for that. I know you can get a Nissan Leaf for, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, around 28 to 35.
Okay.
And that one was 200 plus.
Yeah.
200 plus with no gas.
Yeah.
So the Nissan Leaf is $12,000 less, and does 200 plus miles. So I have 150, and that's counting my 60 in the tank.
With the tank, yeah.
Which is just the range.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the way the car drives. I actually like the way it looks. I know it looks weird. I call it the toaster. I was picking up my friend. She's like, "Where's your car?" I was like, "Right here." She goes, "I don't see your car." I was like, "It's almost like a toaster." Honk the corner. She goes, "It does look like a toaster."
It does.
Yeah.
It does look like a toaster, guy.
Does that answer your question?
Pretty much. I mean,
Okay.
because obviously there's a lot of cars out there. There's always a pet peeve. Like the car I currently drive, which is a Mercedes, it's full gas. I love it. Mm-hmm. It rides well. It's got a high V6 engine. The one thing I would hate that I say that I would dislike about the car is it's a 2009, and this is the time where they haven't fully integrated the Bluetooth technology. So I still have to use an aux cord to get any outside audio.
Oh man, first world living.
So yeah, that's my biggest pet peeve with my current car is not being able to connect my phone, just streamline right away without having to buy an additional Bluetooth adapter and all this other stuff. But you know, Mercedes, BMW, Audi, they've all made fantastic cars, and now we're just waiting for everyone to get on board with this electric.
Yeah, which I think is going to be pretty big, because I know that there's some federal laws coming out to really crack down on fuel-driven cars.
Absolutely.
But it's just neat to see, you know, how technology in cars is almost in line with computing technology. Mm-hmm. You know, Intel and AMD are making chips really quick. Yeah. Now it's like all the car manufacturers are evolving just as quickly.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at Chevy. I think they're one of the first ones to finally incorporate a Wi-Fi car. I forget the car.
That was like 10 years ago now.
I know, but they were the first ones to kind of bring it out to where you can use the Wi-Fi in your car as a service plan, so you're never not connected to the internet.
Mobile office, man.
Yeah, your mobile office.
Yeah.
And that's for like a different plan versus your phone plan, where you don't have maybe unlimited on your phone, because I know a lot of the cell phone companies took that plan away. Yeah. But now they're bringing it back. But that's that person who's on the road, the salesman, the door-to-door guy.
Stop recording.
2, 1.
What is that one doing?
Did it just take a photo?
I think so.
Is it voice recognition?
I don't know.
Take a photo. Take a shot. Camera. Phone. It was like a keyword. That was weird.
I don't know. I'm back.
There we go. We're back. That's the beauty of recording.
Yeah.
Post-production, baby.
Either way, where were we? Sorry, one of the cameras, camera B cut out. It just stopped and said, "Hey, I'm gonna take a picture of you guys," and we'll see what that picture was.
We'll see how it turns out, guys.
But it's re-recording now. Back to Chevy. We're talking about Chevys. I was on the freeway. I was on the I-5 North, and there's a new Chevy Bolt. Bolts with a B, not the Volt.
Oh.
And it had a video rear view camera. And the dude that was driving, I guess is an option because I've never seen this in other cars. Yeah. But the rear view camera was on, and it's just a live video feed right here.
Wow. All day?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if that was a hack that he had, or if you guys know, let me know how he did that.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, because I do know a lot of cars, and especially people with Uber and Lyft, they're starting to try to do more dash cams. Yeah. To prevent, obviously, for anything that happens, for safety reasons for themselves and liability. Because I know overseas, you see all those funny videos of people running in the street, and then they jump on the hood of a car that's at a dead stop, and they're like, "Oh, my back, my neck, oh." So that's a huge problem overseas for a lot of the driving. But I think that's just where we're getting at in today's society here in America, with all the Ubers and Lyfts and ride-sharing stuff that they have to protect themselves.
That just everything's seen, everything's recorded. Everything
And you know
is
what?
out
Let's
there.
be honest. Like, I mean, we're naive. I think people are naive to think that their phone isn't automatically recording everything you say.
Sorry, repeat that. I'm joking. Could you say that again?
But it's like, but if you have nothing to hide and you're not doing anything malicious, then it shouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah.
It really is. And my thing to that is there should be a system out there where it can be monitored. That doesn't mean I want them to go and put all my information out there in the public,
Yeah.
unless I'm doing something horrible. And that's the only reason why they would actually use it, is if they find out that I'm doing something that's illegal, that is going to hurt people and other people. I don't know why that's not something we should just allow. But
I got nothing to hide. I'll go full frontal.
yeah, I mean, I'll go full frontal too. I don't mind doing full frontal. I just saying in general. That's because that's, you know, when you want to talk about the price of freedom is your freedom. The price of freedom is freedom, but it's like the level of freedom we have right now is enormous. We have tons of freedom, and people, and you look at all the recent things that have been happening. A lot of the stuff could have been stopped if people stopped judging how we use the information,
Yeah.
how we not just use it, how we obtain the information.
Yeah.
So they can record away for me. I don't care. As long as they don't just throw it out there for the world to see, just because that would upset me.
And there you go. That's Matt's reason about the Chevy Bolt.
Yeah.
So what else you got for me?
I mean, so what's do you plan on selling the other one at some point?
The M5?
Yeah, the M5.
I know.
Or you don't know yet? Like you haven't got to that point?
I love that car. I think it's a dying breed because it has the naturally aspirated V10. And every car is either a hybrid or has some kind of turbo assist or is turbo or supercharged. And I'm just not really big on turbochargers. That's just me.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying today in 2018. Don't quote me. Actually, yeah, do quote me. Maybe in 2 years I'll have a turbocharged car. Who knows? But as of right now, I'm still not sold on turbocharged cars.
Got it.
Yeah.
But you're a car enthusiast, so you'll always have a gas-powered car for the most part.
Not always.
Like just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
not
I mean,
not as your main mode of transportation, but just like as a fun car to just go out and maybe just tear up the asphalt a little bit.
yeah, as of right now, I do drive the M5s strictly for the weekends, and then the i3 Monday through Thursday.
Yeah.
Sometimes Fridays.
There we go.
Yeah.
Ooh, Fridays.
Sometimes Fridays.
Ooh, special.
Yeah.
Fridays are special. I mean, is there anything else that you would like to add that I didn't get to answer?
I think before we started this video, you were asking me, well, why did you get the i3?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, I think we talked about a lot about why I got the i3.
Yeah,
But essentially, what it comes down to, guys, is I like driving two cars, and I didn't want to drive the M5 every day because I am deathly scared of the repair bill if I ever have to get that thing fixed. But the i3 is
and they were German made, right?
yeah, both of them are.
Yeah, German made. Yeah. Yeah, those are any foreign car are always going to be expensive. I know the Mercedes is ridiculous.
Yeah.
In any kind of repairs for that car. So, but it's a beautiful car.
Yeah, it is.
They're beautiful cars. I have actually really admired. I've always admired the BMW models.
Mm-hmm.
Like just the aesthetic of it, the way they drove. I've driven a few here and there, but I just Mercedes.
Yeah, I love Mercedes. Yeah. I actually used to have an all Mercedes garage. I used to have two at a time, but we won't talk about that in this video.
We'll save that for another video.
We'll save that for some other day.
Yeah.
And they're both the same color. If you guys can guess what they were, one was a 2-door, one was a 4-door. All I'm telling you guys. But back to your question as to why, is I wanted to cut traveling costs, and try something weird and new, kind of like myself. I'm a weird dude, so I want a weird car.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And what is that cost? Like, have you seen the cost differential? Like, what's the difference in cost now that you have it? Like, have you seen how much you're saving?
I did the math.
What is it typically?
I did the math. Roughly, it's about like $250 a month that I'm saving.
That's not bad. That's over what, $1,400 a year?
I'm no mathematician, but it's cool.
Yeah. Hey, there's $1,400 that you're not spending. That's
correct.
back in your account that can go towards
cheeseburgers.
Yeah, a bunch of cheeseburgers.
I love cheeseburgers.
Nacho cheese fries.
Yeah, there you go. I had a sandwich yesterday delivered. It was a pizza sandwich.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was weird, but it was good.
Yeah.
Either way, that is pretty much it as far as an M5 driver getting the BMW i3. Anyways, I want to formally introduce and say thank you to Matt. This will not be the last time you guys see him, because you see a lot of him. So please check out his channel. And until then, see you guys later. Bye. It's a wrap.
Yeah, yeah.